It really is. It's a absolutely gorgeous mid-September day. Beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful morning, in fact. Just starting off with the African blue basil, which has been up here. It's really enjoyed itself. Really enjoyed itself. That needs to come off. Planted up some interesting mints. Just a bit of sort of fluff to make the place look a little softer. Very nice little borders. Very little is the operative word, but they've been picked sparingly, but they're working. Again here, this unfortunately looks great. Lovely little flowers, the asparagus pea, but man, it tastes of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Looks great, but it's all mouth and no trousers, unfortunately, that stuff. Oh, quick wander around. Physalis are starting to ripen. And there's a lot of bush, but not a huge amount of fruit. But we'll have a look into that. These, the Indian Prince Calendula, have been the star of the show, and they're still trying. Bless them. They're still trying. Leonese has gone and gone and gone. It has been a real good addition to the edible section of the plants here. Still the buzzy bees are enjoying it. It's been astonishing. Month after month after month. Absolutely astonishing. So the cardoons are just starting to flower here, and they're also being used by the chefs, which is a real bonus, as indeed they are meant to be. The cucamelons, I know I put them in late, but they are being slow. They're slow. It's because the summer has been wet, warm, wet. I imagine that they will at some point, if I start them over again a little earlier, do what I had anticipated them doing. So, Turk's turban squash coming on nicely. These kale broccoli hybrids chefs have been using the leaves and using them successfully. They taste fantastic. Here, the amaranth starting to flower. I don't know what, not sure about these. I haven't grown them before, so we'll see what they do. These Polestar beans, oh, they're just turning. Oh, there's not a huge amount, not cropping hugely, but again, it's late. This little bed, I've just dug up all the sunflowers and everything else that was in it and just planted it up with turnips, and they're coming along as I would have expected this time of year. Nicely, thank you ever so much, turnips. This, the old artichokes, Jerusalem artichokes, man, I made such a big mistake. Really, they've enjoyed themselves, and in so doing, have rather bullied out even the lovage, which takes quite a bit of, application. So fair play to them. This has got to be tidied up. It's a bit of a mess. Coriander has gone over. The rat tails are now starting to spread, and there's strawberries in there which I don't want. The flatleaf parsley has been very quiet and unassuming, but man, it's got on with its job. Fair play to it. Carrots can come up there. Sunflowers, everything's going over. Needs looking at. There was big cardoons here which have been dug up, and the chefs are using them. Blueberries, I reckon I've got to repot them, and next year is going to be a belter. Oh look, there's still hops coming through. You've got to love them, and you look at that little pretty. What a lovely little thing. I'm really pleased with them. The old Rosa rugosa finally starting to be seen through again what was another dizzying plethora of calendula. So let's walk on down. This is now really gone. Not gone, but going over. Even so, come on. These black magic sunflowers. Yeah, it's all starting to look a little bit leggy. This Mycosia had It'd been up here, going all over here, but there's winds. The winds that we've had in the past few days have actually knocked it off its perch, which I'm quite surprised about. However, at least it means I can access the fruit a lot easier, and it is starting. Man, it took a while, but it's starting to fruit. Lots of little cheeky acacias knocking about in there, you little fighters. So they're all starting to frost, and they taste. Someone said they taste like a greenhouse, and they meant that as a compliment. They're just so wonderfully fresh, But I've got to tidy them up. As indeed I've got to tidy this up because the winds have battered everything. Pumpkins have come up, bit of a vanity project that don't think I'll be, unless I got an enormous space, doing that again. Hello, little birdie. These peas are gone over, but the flowers can be used. I'll pick the flowers. Again, there's a nice mess of stuff here. Look at it all. There's a real mess of stuff. And these are taking their time, but they've been in the shade, and I can't blame them. But they're having a go at least. Let's just wander off down here. I planted some little dwarf beans down here. There's some tree spinach, again more climbing beans. Some, what on earth was that? I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. Radish. The radish under the little fleece is doing a lot better than the radish outside of the fleece. So that's a note to self. The kohlrabi has been happy enough. Let's tidy that grass off, and I'm going to have a look at the label, for goodness sakes, my age. I can't see. Oh, sweet Sicily. I was about to see it without my glasses on. Well, these little Oasis turnips have been a real belter. Done ever so well. And this bed has, what can you say? Look at it. Look at it. Packed. Jostling even, but it's just really been productive. Really productive. Still is, in fact. So what we got here, we got climbers coming through these horse beans. We've got these beautiful squashes in there. We've got gourds in there, more hyssop, more physalis, more rat tails, carrots in there, cucumbers, do me a favour, courgettes, and here we have beautiful little gourds. Beautiful little gourds. You little beauties, look at that. Wonderful rat tails. Wonderful flowers as well. They're all enjoying that magnificent view. And there's some Japanese wine berries here. I'll plant those up and fingers crossed, and look forward to what they're going to bring. And this fat baby acacia, it's not yet springing into action, by which I mean it's not, I can't see anything fruit. Oh yes, there is, look at that. You don't look close enough, do you? Spend your head, maybe your head in the clouds. Look at that. So they'll be fruiting soon, so hopefully that will fruit and follow its mate over there. Oh, it's a great bed, that really is. Have a quick swifties in the poly. And I just cleared this and planted it up because it was getting my nerves. It was so messy, and for mess to get on my nerves, it must have been messy. Well, it was messy. And now everything is quietening to a degree. These Mexican broccoli, I'm waiting. Maybe I'm waiting something. I'm waiting for I know not what. Well, there's something happening. There's always something happening. And this bench has been a belter this year. Some dill coming through, more basil. These little broccoli stems, lovely things, so very fresh. More peas, a bit of radicchio, some spinach coming through. Little nasturtiums, cheeky. And I'm being overly optimistic, I think, with that. I'm happy to keep my optimism bubbling at a level that practical reality is not likely to sustain it, but hey, what the heck. Yeah. Where's the tomatillos? They have been throwing themselves towards the sky with an abandonment that I had not anticipated. And so I haven't really done anything. Just let them go, and they have not stopped rewarding, which is what plants are like, really. If you give them a bit of water, chat to them on occasions, yeah, they're starting to set fruit as well. Fabulous. The gherkins have been short-lived, but really, really productive. Really productive. They'll go again. Tomatoes, loved them. Going over now. I really haven't paid a great deal of attention to them, not really looked after them as well as I might had I not had all the other things to look after. But again, it's just the stuff, the rewards you get far outweigh the input. So, these chilies, bird's eyes, what are those? Those are Apaches. More bird's eyes, wonderfully prolific. Wonderfully, there's even another paprika. So, mid-September, still got lots of planting to do for the winter stuff. I'm absolutely looking forward to it, so I bought myself a new radio. That's loud enough so I can hear it when the rain is hammering down on the polytunnel. Oh, what first world problems we have. What a place, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. What a place. So, quick shift is down the valley. Oh, loganberries. They've taken, thankfully. Very nice too. They were a gift from a charming client. Quick shift is down the valley. Oh, there, echiums. Man, I'm looking forward to them. Oh, what a place. Right, back up my ladder, deadheading the hanging baskets. Beautiful.